Kyle Richards is withdrawing her support after Mauricio was spotted with his Dancing with the Stars partner and they were holding hands. Lauren Manzo is opening up about her divorce from Vito. Ubah's got a new boyfriend. And yes, we have some new Beverly Hills taglines that we are going to rate. I hope you guys are ready for it. Let's dive in. Oh, hi, it's me, Zack Peter, pop culture junkie, reality TV insider, published author, and host of the No Filter with Zack Peter podcast. Here I'll bring you all the latest news on the Real Housewives, deep dives into celebrity legal scandals, and unfiltered combos with your favorite stars. I've got you covered. And yes, I always keep receipts. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest tea. Now, let's dive in. All right, guys, I hope you're ready for it. We have a lot to break down. We're going to get through a lot today. And because there's so much tea to be spilled, I can't do it all by myself, which is why I'm very excited to welcome, you know her from the Pink Shade podcast. She's here to spill some tea with me. Please welcome Mary Payne Gilbert.
Hey, Zack, this is fun.
How are you?
Great. Thanks so much for having me. Look at us going live.
I know. This is your first live, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've done a Moment House thing. I've done those live, but I've never done like a YouTube live. So I hope I don't mess it up for you. I hope I'm on it.
Killing it already.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we have a lot to dive into, but I want to start with the Lauren Manzo divorce. Lauren Manzo, we know her from The Real Houses in New Jersey. She's Caroline Manzo's daughter. They later did Married to it was Married to Manzo. What was their reality?
That sounds right. But yes, I do believe they had a reality show about their whole wedding situation, right?
Yeah, and so we have Lauren and Vito. The news just came out that he filed for divorce last month in September. And so she's now come out and she did a video saying that they've actually been done for a while. This was a mutual decision. They came to this decision on their own. All is good. They continue to love each other and move forward as a family, and they want to protect their daughter's privacy. To me, in the video, I don't know if you've seen it yet, Mary, she came off a little annoyed, as if like, oh, like she kind of had to address all of this, and she kept talking about like her daughter's privacy, and we don't want to talk about it because of our daughter's privacy.
Yeah, I think the daughter's like 4. So I don't think anybody is approaching her at the schoolyard to be like, I heard about your parents.
Yeah.
But she did act annoyed, and she did say at least 4 times, which wasn't on her script. She kept saying, we're not on television anymore. Basically, like, so I'm not on TV, so you don't get to ask these questions. But since you asked, yes. But it is interesting that he filed, right?
I think it's interesting that he filed. And I don't think she did not file at all. She hasn't filed. Well, I don't know. The whole thing is weird because they try to keep it under wraps. I mean, people have been saying that they haven't posted on social media for a really long time, that the relationship has kind of been on the fritz for a really long time. As she told us 4 times in her video, they haven't been on our TV in a really long time. So they kind of fell off my radar, except for when she goes on Instagram and she, you know, talks about how much she loves Ozempic and, you know, she just wants everybody to leave her alone and stop being mean to her. And I'm like, well, stop being annoying. But I think, listen, were you surprised by hearing that they were getting divorced? Because a lot of people were not.
No, and I think they were so young. I think if I'm remembering correctly from Real Housewives of New Jersey, they dated from like a very young age, right? From high school or college, and then got married in their 20s. And sometimes you just grow up and grow apart. And so, no, it's not surprising. If people get married that young, it's always a crapshoot. Yeah.
It just, that's why I think, you know, you have your first marriage, you get that one under your belt. And then as you get older and you're more mature and you're more ready for love, then you're able to kind of settle down. But I mean, at least they're trying to, at least according to her, trying to co-parent for their daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, is Vito talking about the Ozempic too, or was it just Lauren?
No, she's the only one. She talked about Ozempic. She lost a lot of weight and a whole man in the process. So I think Ozempic should add that to their side effects, that you could possibly lose your man in the process of this.
Maybe she wanted to lose her man. Maybe that's why she got on Ozempic.
There we go. There now, the more you know. Okay, speaking of hot couples news, we have Kyle and Mauricio. Still at it. I feel like there's always something new with them. So we just saw these photos that came out the other day with him and his dancing partner, Emma. They were holding hands after going to a sushi dinner. So Kyle has now deleted her post on her Instagram feed supporting Mauricio going on Dance with the Stars and telling people to vote for him. Some people are saying that the timing of it's a little shady, that now she definitely seems to be a little unhappy with him, you know, moving on. I mean, but here's the thing. Do you think that he should be moving on if they're separated? Like, is he technically single if they're separated? Is he allowed to date other people?
I think that comes down to the individual couple. I think that whatever they decided is maybe not that. And that's why she's like, okay, well, we didn't say anybody's gonna be holding hands at the sushi restaurant. So delete, don't vote for him on Dancing with the Stars. I haven't watched 1 second of Dancing with the Stars. I've only seen clips of Ariana. And
Yeah.
then yesterday I saw something on Mauricio's Instagram, or maybe it was this morning, that he was showing like behind the scenes, and he was like, this is a love letter to my wife. And it was all these like still shots of him like holding on to the bottom of his dance partner's legs, and looks like he was begging and all this stuff. And I was like, what's happening here? What's happening?
What do you think? What do you think is happening?
I don't know. I think that she got tired of his shit. I think he was doing what he was doing for all these years. And finally, she was like, why do I have to deal with this? But it's so funny because they keep talking about, and the kids are out of the house and the kids are out of the house. Same with the DeBros. I'm like, you still have like a 12-year-old. Your
Yeah.
kids are not out of the house. There is still a kid there. Yeah, I think she got sick of his shit. That's what I think.
I think she got sick of his shit. I think she's like, listen, if you can sleep with other women, why can't I? So she'd want to really stick it to him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean, listen, I think if they're not together, then just don't be together. Kyle and Morgan can go be scissor sisters in that corner, and Mauricio and Emma can go and hold hands at the sushi restaurant over there. Like, just be done with the marriage. Be done with the relationship at this point, because it's clear you guys aren't into each other anymore.
Right. I agree. But it seems like, from my point of view, because I've been like them, I've been married a very long time. And I think that probably the two of them sat down and said, this is the agreement, and nobody's going to do anything publicly or whatever. And then he gets caught holding hands, and she's like, well, you're stupid. So forget it. It's over. I'm going to remove all my, but he was like so publicly like, Kyle and Morgan are just friends. And that's a crazy rumor and all this. Who knows what's true with these two?
I mean, at this point, I think they probably been done for a while. And they probably have had some sort of arrangement for a while. And I think you're right. It's like we're not, like, as long as who was the one, somebody just came out, had an open, was it Will and Jada? There was someone, I don't think it was Will and Jada. I feel like it was another reality couple that came out, and they're like, yes, we had an open policy, but the thing, Mia and Gordon from Potomac, they had a policy where he said, you're allowed to go and see other people and sleep with other people. Just don't make it public. Don't bring the kids into this, and don't embarrass us. Do what you got to do. Right. I understand, but like, that's our arrangement. And I feel like it's possible that Kyle and Mauricio had that type of arrangement of like, do what you got to do, live your life, and we don't need to disclose any of these details publicly. And then he would get a little messy, and that's when we would see these rumors come out about him having affairs and him, sleeping around with other people. I'm actually hearing that the Emma thing started or has been going on for a while. I have a very good source that was an eyewitness that saw some stuff between them that was more than holding hands, not at this sushi restaurant, but previously. So this thing with Emma seems to have been, I don't know how serious it is, but it definitely seems to be something that's consistent.
Would you ever let your partner go on Dancing with the Stars? Because it seems like they're always hooking up with the partner.
I mean, well, I kind of feel like I can trust my partner because they would pair him with a woman, and I don't think that would ever, I don't think that would ever fly. But in general, I feel like I don't know, like, the dances get really intimate, and there's a lot of physical intimacy. And when you're in a situation like that, and when you're in the pressure cooker, you're in the bubble, right? There isn't a whole lot going on outside of you having to dance and rehearsing for hours on end and being physically with each other, that I think chemistry and feelings can absolutely develop. And I think it's really challenging for couples for sure.
For sure. I
Would
wouldn't
you ever
let
let
mine. No,
no, you wouldn't let
no,
your husband go?
no, 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 no. You don't need to be dancing in public. It's a no, no.
Yeah. What are you gaining from this? A mirror ball?
Right, right. Do they even say like we give $100,000 to your favorite charity? Do they even say that, or you just gain the mirror ball?
You gain the mirror ball. I mean, and you get paid. Dancing with the Stars is not about the charity. They come for their paycheck.
Okay, all right. Well then, all right. Well then, but I don't really think Mauricio is hurting for money. You
No,
know?
he's fine. He's
Yeah.
fine. He just, he needed another mirror ball to put on his shelf. Okay, Ubah from Real Housewives of New York, the reboot. Ubah Hassan, the Daily Mail Australia revealed that her secret Connecticut boyfriend is actually German investment banker Oliver. Is it Daschel? And it's
Don't
a
ask me.
German
I'm not German. No.
Daschel. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
probably botching that. But his name's Oliver. He's a hunk of burning love. I actually think he's a cutie. We have a photo of him. Because
Ooh.
now that the Daily Mail outed it, she has now come public. So what's today? Wednesday. So Tuesday, when the news broke, and there were photos from the premiere party from Real Housewives in New York when they
Yeah.
launched the reboot, there were like blurry iPhone photos that people took of them together, and now we know that that's her boyfriend. He was seen with Andy. He was seen with the other cast members. So they've all gotten to know him, and they've all been introduced to him. And now that it's out, I guess they chose to make it public. And so they went to, where did they go? They were at the 2023 American Ballet Theater Fall Gala at the Lincoln Center in New York. So
Fancy.
they've made it official.
He's real good looking.
He's a handsome man. Now I know why she wanted to keep him a secret, because she didn't want, Raquel to come get him.
She's like, Bryn, stay away from my man. Yeah, I think he's real cute. And it's interesting. It's like, you're like, where in Connecticut does he live? Is he like that Connecticut that's like right there by New York, but he's so rich that he like helicopters in for work? Or like, what's the deal there? Like, why Connecticut? He's hot
Yeah.
though.
See, he's very hot. He lives in
Yeah.
Connecticut. They didn't want the relationship public, so I'm curious if now that it's out there publicly and now every media outlet is picking up on it because it was such a secret. I think when you keep secrets, that's when people want to know, and then when the secret gets exposed, that's when everybody's like, bombshell revelation. But I think now that it's been made public and now that it's getting heavy press coverage, it might not be good for their relationship if he really is trying to stay private. Like, it's going to go one of two ways. Either he's really going to love the fame and he's really going to go full John Jansen, or he might get scared off by it.
Yeah, it usually does go one of two ways, but it seems like he didn't want any attention, but yet he was with her at that premiere party. So if he really didn't want anyone to know who he was, he wouldn't have gone with her to the premiere party.
Yeah, because then you're getting introduced to the cast. And also, I'm sure at some point she had to tell him that he was brought up in Connecticut, was brought up in the finale when they were filming the finale. Like, she's
Right.
gonna have to share that with him and let him know, hey, heads up, by the way, this is happening. And then to bring him to the premiere party to meet the other women, that's.
So I guess they've been dating like a year, huh? Because it's been about a year since they finished filming.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they
So
had that whole like making of the Christmas ornaments and stuff, and so maybe it's been about a year. That's serious.
I don't need them to do any more arts and crafts. I'm good. Like that, like the wreaths and all the I don't. The housewives doing arts and crafts is not interesting to me.
It's not interesting to anybody, and also I don't need a smash room, I don't need a, escape room, I don't need axe throwing. These are all the things I see on my reality shows, and I don't need any of it.
And enough with the shaman. Like, I'm over the fucking shamans. It doesn't heal anybody. Nobody gets healed from the shamans. They all end up fighting afterwards. So at this point, we need to let the shaman stay in the forest.
You're right, and probably yoga. We could put yoga on that list, and goat yoga as well.
Goat yoga. Oh, that was a trend for a minute.
Yes, it was.
Are you going to be watching Paris in Love season 2? Did you watch season 1? We just got a trailer for season 2.
Okay, I watched the trailer for season 2, and I'm super interested in this. I did not watch season 1, but I kind of felt like I watched it because I felt like I saw Kathy and Paris, or Kathy, talking about it so much. It was all the planning of the wedding and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm super interested in this, how she was able to have a surrogate and have a full baby with nobody knowing. Like that's something to pull off in this day and age.
I know. Even Kylie Jenner, like there was speculation about her being pregnant, and there were like photos that came out about her when she was trying to hide her first pregnancy, that like for her to have a full-on baby and not even tell her family, and then to see Kathy's reaction on camera.
Yeah. Yeah. And I saw that clip of Paris and she was on Jimmy Fallon and she was like, so I gave my mom Chanel because who could be mad after you give them Chanel? And then I walked in with the baby. There was like, wow, wow. Nobody has ever given me Chanel to announce a baby. I would love that.
I know.
Yeah. But I
I
think that's fascinating. So I think I probably will watch it just to see how she pulled it off and them showing that clip of them in the hospital room, like waiting for the baby and everything. I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about her husband or anything.
He's a businessman, entrepreneur. He had a him and his brother, they had a spirit brand, a liquor. Uh, it was called Vive. It was like an acai. It was like a vodka, but it was distilled from acai berries.
Oh,
And
so it's
I think they
healthy.
sold that. Yeah. And so I don't think it really was that successful though. But I mean, I think they sold it because you'll occasionally like see it on a shelf somewhere. It's not like,
Mm.
at Marshall's with Skinny Girl Margarita, but it's occasionally floats around. But I think he seems like a nice guy. I actually just saw him the other night. I was at an event that he was at, and it was, I was like, all right. I don't know. I pictured her with somebody not so. I guess she has to be like the alpha in the relationship.
Yes, for sure. For sure. And that's probably their dynamic. Or maybe he's the alpha, but he's just in public happy to stand in the background, hold the purse.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that works for her. And now they
Yeah.
have a baby. I did not
I
ever I
know.
wasn't sure we were ever gonna see the day where we see Paris have a baby. Um,
Yeah, me either. Good for her. But I think, she said, maybe it was that same Jimmy Fallon where she said she always, when she had a baby, she knew she wanted to name the baby after a city, like she was named after a city. And I'm thinking, why Phoenix? Like,
of
why
all
not?
the cities, yeah.
Yeah, why not Denver? Like, I don't know, something. But I was like, huh, I wonder if Phoenix has any meaning to her at all, or she just liked it because it's like Phoenix.
I mean, I like it.
I
I
like it.
I kinda wanna know the meaning behind it, though. Like
Me too.
Kyle and Morgan's matching heart tattoos. I wanna know the meaning behind that.
It's just somebody that's important to me. That's all. That's all you need to know. It's just someone that's important to me.
Sisters. Okay. Season 2, Paris in Love. It's coming to Peacock. We also see the fallout from her book. We see the family kind of react to some of the things that she reveals in the book. We see Nikki crying. We see Kathy crying. This season, I did watch season 1, but this season looks so much better because it just feels like there's so much more like rich story. There's drama. There's higher stakes. Like I am looking forward to season 2.
I don't think I've ever heard Nikki's voice. So that was interesting when they showed that in the clip. I was like, have we ever heard Nikki talk?
I wanna know, like, what their like, why are they doing this show? Like, Paris is doing this show, right? It's Paris in Love, whatever. It's her life, her marriage, her family. But, like, Kathy and Nikki are so not, like, really wanting to put their lives out there. And Paris keeps doing these gotcha moments because we see them react to, like, what's going on in the book and the
Mhm.
allegations and, her opening up about her trauma. And Nikki's like, how do we have to find out about these things in headlines in your book and not from you directly? And you see Nikki like crying on camera. It's one thing to like have Nikki at a tea party or a dinner party, but it's another thing when like you're getting your sister to cry on camera and you're surprising your mom with a baby and she's reacting. Like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they're agreeing to film all of this.
Well, Kathy definitely didn't know she was going to be filmed meeting a new grandchild. She definitely didn't know. And I did think it was funny that they showed that clip where Kathy says, oh, they always catch me saying something bad. And she turns around and the camera's right there. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, Kathy. So you're always saying something bad.
I know. Yeah, it's not the camera's just catching you. It's like, if you didn't say bad things, the camera wouldn't have anything to catch.
Yeah, totally. Kathy. I love her.
Oh, all right, Mary. Well, we're going to take a very quick break because I want to shout out my pals at HelloFresh. Even though the fall can feel jam packed, HelloFresh makes whipping up a home cooked meal actually pretty doable with quick and easy options, including their 15-minute meals, which I love. That's less time than it takes to get delivery. And with everything pre-portioned and delivered right to your door every week, it's a no-brainer. We all know HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime, but did you know it can also save you money? HelloFresh is 25% less than takeout, so that means that you get an easy home-cooked meal on the table and more money back in your pocket. They even have fun limited edition add-ons for fall, like apple cider cake with some caramel sauce, or they have the mini pumpkin cheesecakes, which are perfect for a little me time treat this fall. I love getting a fresh box with all my meals preset and ready to cook. My brain always has too many tabs open, so like when I can actually not have to think about what's for dinner, it just makes life a breeze. So go to HelloFresh.com/50NoFilter. That's 50NoFilter and use code 50NoFilter for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/50NoFilter and use code 50NoFilter for 50% off plus free shipping. And while we're on the topic of things that I love that make my life easier, Chomps make snacking simple. They're tasty, delicious meat sticks with mouth-watering flavor and only the best real ingredients. Each delicious Chomp stick has the protein your body needs, over 9 grams per stick, and 0 sugar. They're low-carb, keto-friendly, allergy-friendly, and they don't contain any fillers. My face may contain fillers, but Chomps sure don't. Chomp sticks are simply made with natural ingredients that you can feel good about. Easy, convenient, throw it in your bag, take it on the go, no refrigeration required. That's why I love them. I carry them with me in between meetings, in between tapings. They're simple, they're easy, and they're delicious. They come in 9 flavors. My favorite is the jalapeno beef or the classic beef. This one, the original, delicious. Give Chomps a try. Use code ZACK20 for 20% off at chomps.com. That's code ZACK20 for 20% off at chomps.com. That's CHOMPS, chomps.com today. All right. Should we talk about Joyzy? Because there was a big cast trip that was supposed to happen, Mary, for the ladies of New Jersey. They were going to go to the Berkshires and they were going to, I believe, hang out with Dorinda Medley. And that trip has now been canceled. I'm hearing that it wasn't related to anything major, or I originally heard that it wasn't anything major. It was mainly a logistics issue with production, and there was an issue with the travel. So, they couldn't make it after all. Then Andy Cohen went on his radio show on Sirius XM this morning, and he says that the place that they were staying at burned down. And so
Yeah.
Danny Pellegrino was on with Andy. He's promoting his new book. Congrats to Danny. He's fucking killing it right now. Love
Yeah.
Danny Pellegrino. Andy said that the ladies were not supposed to stay at Dorinda's house, and they didn't want them to stay at Dorinda's house because I guess Dorinda's house, like that would be, he said it would be an entirely different show, which I get.
Mhm.
I still kind of low-key love them to be at Dorinda's manor, but I think that would be like an ultimate girls trip thing. But yeah, that's like we couldn't find somewhere else for them to stay.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I heard that as well, and I was like, "Isn't there that really nice hotel in the Berkshires, or isn't there another Airbnb that has 6 bedrooms? Like, what about Heather's Thompson's house?
Oh
She had
yeah,
that house?"
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
now it
I
makes sense that there was like a logistics issue if like the place that they were staying at burned down and they couldn't find another location to accommodate them or to film at. 'Cause I know you have to get
yeah.
like leases and all of that sort of stuff. But like, how did like the whole building burn down?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, "Well, it's a good yeah, I mean, I think Andy said it burned down, like, the day before or something crazy. I was like, "Well, it's a good thing they weren't there. That would have been a Bravo tragedy right before BravoCon, my god."
I know. That would have been like, what was it? Joe Exotic. I don't know if you remember or you watched Tiger King. But remember,
Of
he had
course.
all his crocodilians. Remember the thing caught fire and they all fried. That was
Yeah, but he'd set that fire, so that was his own fault. So
he burned all the crocodilians. Ah, but okay. There is a. Are you looking forward to the new season of Jersey? By the way.
I am. I think it's interesting that they're keeping the exact same cast. I thought that was interesting, and that, the whole thing with whatever was the plastic cup throw of Jen Aiden and Danielle, like, Jen Aiden, she likes to throw a cup, man. She loves to throw a cup.
She loves to just throw hands. She likes to throw. Remember, she had the knife and she broke the glass and she put it in Melissa's face. She's just.
I
something
forgot
else.
about that. Yeah, I'm not a giant fan of hers, but I guess she's good TV, right? I mean,
I mean, I guess.
seems kind of dangerous.
I mean, yeah.
And her
But
husband's out there in that pool house doing God knows what.
I mean, I'm looking forward to Jersey. I mean, I'm just curious. I am and I'm not. Like, I feel like the beef between Danielle and Jennifer feels a little forced and annoying. I
Could
don't
be,
love
yeah.
we have Teresa and we have Melissa, and they don't want to film with each other, so we're kind of just like them avoiding each other. I don't know. It like we'll see. I'm Jersey.
I think I'm interested in the Louis of it all because he was so aggro at the reunion and really showed his true colors, I think.
Oh,
So I'm interested in that part of it all because I think, from what we hear and what we see, that nobody, the other housewives and their spouses or boyfriends, whatever, nobody really wants to be around Louis. So how do they film with Teresa when nobody wants to be around Louis,
and Louis clearly is not shying away from the cameras. He's loving that camera time.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I think I don't have positive feelings about how that's gonna turn out,
Yeah, I agree.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Should we get into Beverly Hills? The anticipation for the week. The premiere. Have you seen the premiere yet?
No, I have not seen the premiere.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
good.
Bravo doesn't give me screeners. I've asked.
Aw.
Put in
Um,
a good word for me, Zach.
it's a good one. No, it's a good premiere. Well, I mean, you're starting to see clips. So you see the first clip that's been posted online of Erica going to Dorit's retreat and her kind of being a little apprehensive about seeing the women again for the first time, especially after Lisa Rinna left. Which, by the way, there was this rumor that was going there was this rumor that was going around that Dumois posted about Lisa Rinna and Erica getting into a fight the other night. They went out to dinner and they got into a fight over defunding the police. Um, I that's
Wow.
it's not true. I bring it up because the rumor's not true. Lisa and Erica were hanging out. From what I hear, they were hanging out. They were in a group setting. I guess their group was a little rowdy and kind of loud, but everything was kind of done in jest and it was fun. I don't believe there was police talk, so I don't think there was any truth to that rumor. But Lisa Rinna and Erica Jane are not fighting.
Were they at Craig's?
I don't think it was Craig's. I don't know where it was.
They're always at Craig's.
Everybody's always at Craig's. I want to go to Craig's now. I'm like, I need some of that Craig's bread. But yeah, so we also see the clip of Kyle and Mauricio where he's judging all the tattoos that she has on her body. And she's like, well, it's my body and I'm going to do what I want with my body. And he's like, no more tattoos for you. Like, I think we've probably had a lot more of these moments in previous
Mhm.
years that just were never really relevant to show because there was always something else that they were focusing on that it didn't. Kyle and Mauricio weren't really opening up if they had any marital issues, but I think we're now
Mhm.
starting to see like how disengaged they were.
Yeah, and I think that with the 4 kids and the running the household, and you've got this one that's getting married or not getting married anymore, and this one's going off to college, and then this one's going off to college, and then you've got the younger one, Portia. I think that's a lot on it's a lot on a marriage, it's a lot on a couple, and Kyle has always seemed to be like, "I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, I'm doing the real mom thing," and I think it's very easy to just sort of grow apart and just become like roommates and business partners. You know what I mean? Like we're in this house, we're keeping it together, we're keeping it running, all the trains are on the tracks. But then like if you don't go on dates or whatever with your spouse or talk about something that's not the kids or the business of running your home,
Yeah.
or let's go buy this home, or are we going to buy a jet, all these things, then you do become, friends and roommates.
Yeah.
And if it's fine with you, then it's fine, 'cause, I mean, definitely Erica and Mr. Girardi were definitely roommates, and they had an agreement.
Yeah. They had an
Yeah,
arrangement.
yeah,
Are you looking
sad.
forward to Beverly Hills this year?
Yes, I really am. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm hoping it's
Love.
a good season. It seems kind of good. I mean, listen, even though I don't think we need Denise back full time. I love just seeing her slur on in with her little Casamigos Reposado in her purse, ready to just cause some chaos.
I love that, Andy has now said several times about this big dinner party that we saw the clips of where Denise is there and Camille is there and the whole cast is there, and it seems like they're talking about Kyle's marriage. It seems like they're like,
Yeah.
we've all seen it. Like, why won't you tell us? And so that'll be really good. Of course, we'll get that, like, 2 episodes towards the end. They'll stretch that shit out for months. But I'm looking forward to it. And I didn't like that clip where they showed Garcelle's son on the beach saying, like, you're a bad mom or whatever. I was like, that's probably like fake. They're making us think that he said that, but he probably said something else. But I don't like that. I don't want anybody to say anything mean to Garcelle.
Well, it comes up in the premiere. You'll see it play out.
That he's saying she's a bad mom.
That clip is in the premiere. That's all I can say. So tonight,
Okay.
you'll get to see that all play out and see how real or not real it is. But
Bravo, hear my prayers. I've asked for these screeners, and I'm in that NBC portal,
yeah.
but and maybe they did send me the first one and I didn't see it, but I don't think so.
Fingers crossed. We're rooting for
Yeah.
you, Mary. You're gonna get that screener.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But we got the taglines today. Should we review these Beverly Hills taglines?
Tell me, I haven't heard them. Okay, yay.
Okay. So the first one is Garcelle. And I would play them, but we get it, NBC doesn't like anybody to play any clips or audio or anything.
Okay.
Otherwise, you get flagged for copyright.
Let's get a dramatic reading from you.
I've already gotten a slap on the wrist for that. But okay, so the first one is Garcelle. And Garcelle says, I may act for a living, but I never fall for a bad performance.
Okay. That's okay.
Then we have
It's
Sutton.
all right.
And Sutton says, who needs a knight in shining armor when you have your own horse?
That's pretty stupid, but I love Sutton, so okay.
Listen, I will say this. People credit Garcelle with saving Beverly Hills in recent seasons. I think Sutton is so messy and she's so chaotic and she's just so fascinating to watch on television that like she's one, she's really the one that has kept the show afloat.
I agree.
Then we get to Erica's, and Erica's is the best part about losing everything is getting it all back.
Okay. Has she gotten it all back?
I mean, she's getting it all back.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then we have Dorit. Dorit says, fashion is my language and I speak it fluently.
That's ridiculous.
It's just like unnecessary.
It doesn't give you any hints of anything. No. It's just what she's going to wear more clothes. Like, we get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Crystal's is, they say wisdom comes with age, but I'm proving otherwise.
No, I don't like that. That's dumb.
Dumb. Yeah. And then we have
that.
Newbie Anne-Marie. And Anne-Marie says, I may put you to sleep for a living, but I always keep one eye open.
That's a good one. That's good. Is she an anesthesiologist?
I don't know. I'm assuming so.
I mean, she must be. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But that one kind of reminds me of Mia when didn't she have something about like, I'll crack your back, but I don't know, something.
That's right.
Something like that. That it was similar. And then we have Kyle's, which is, it's hard to outrun rumors, but luckily I'm in better shape than ever.
That's okay.
It's not bad. I think my two favorites are probably Erica and Kyle's. Oh no, I like Anne-Marie's. Anne-Marie's is good.
I like Anne-Marie and I like Sutton. Now I have to ask you, Zach, are you from New Jersey?
No, I'm from LA.
You're from LA because you do that skipping of the T's. You say Sutton.
Oh,
you did that double T. You skip that.
Yeah.
You did it, Sutton. Yeah,
Sutton. Well, I'm sadly from the West Coast. I'm not Joyzy. I know I got a Joyzy tan going, but I must have a little Jersey in me somewhere.
Maybe you do. Maybe you watch too much Jersey. Yeah,
probably. But I think I don't like Sutton's with her horse. Who needs a knight in shining armor when you have your own horse? That one's just kind of done, and that tells me that her storyline is about buying a horse. Like that's like she's.
Yeah, it's going to be all about her equestrian journey. Yeah,
and I don't care about her. I don't care about her horse.
I don't either. Okay, I take back what I said. I like Anne-Marie's. Yeah.
Yeah, Anne-Marie's. Garcelle's isn't bad. I may act for a living, but I never fall for a bad performance. That insinuates to me that maybe she's the one that kind of pokes into Kyle's marriage and Kyle's line, and she knows that Kyle's line, so she's going to poke in at that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Okay. I like Garcelle's and I like Kyle's, but I still am going for Anne-Marie, who I haven't met yet, but I like her. I like her tagline.
From what I hear, she brings some heat this season, and she really goes at it.
Okay, good. Now, how do we know her? How is she connected? Who brought her in?
That's a good question. I don't remember. Maybe Dorit? She's not Garcelle's friend. She's not Sutton's friend. She's not Erica's friend. I don't think she's Kyle's friend. I want to
Is
say
she Crystal's friend? Because she's kind of youngish, maybe?
no, because Crystal and her have beef. Remember, and
Oh.
she's like, "You should be thanking me." And Crystal's like, "Thanking you for what?" She's like, "For making you relevant."
Oh, I don't like that. Don't talk bad to my Crystal either. I
You
love
like Crystal?
I
I
love Crystal.
actually do love Crystal. I do love Crystal, but she had a rough season last year.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. It's all about semantics with Crystal.
Yeah.
It was offensive to me. You can't say it was offensive to me. Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm looking forward to Beverly Hills. I think it's going to be a good season. I want to see more of Kyle and Mauricio's relationship. I'm sad. I hate that all these scandals keep breaking after the show's wrap. It's like we film a whole season and we have these good seasons or a decent season, and then there's a scandal that breaks right at the end, and it's like, what?
I know. It's just like the whole Shannon Medora thing. Like that happened
I know.
after the reunion, and who could have seen that coming?
Yeah, I want Kyle and Mauricio to
LOL.
make a decision. Because Morgan Wade's over there and she's waiting. I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. She's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, somebody said, oh, maybe Morgan is Kyle's sober companion. I was like, okay, that's not how that works. If somebody is someone's sober companion, they don't also have a full-time job as a country singer.
Yeah.
They're a trained sober companion, and that's what they do for their living. They don't moonlight as a country singer. So no, that's not the case. It's not the
Yeah.
case.
There's some I don't what do you think is going on between them? Do you think that they're really dating?
I don't know. I think that who cares if they are, if she and Mauricio have agreed to date other people and she's interested in women, all that, who cares? The issue to me is the age difference. And maybe it's not so noticeable because Kyle does look so young,
Yeah.
but Morgan is younger than her daughters. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like
Really?
Morgan is younger than Farrah. Yeah.
How old is Morgan?
She's like 28 or something. She's not even 30.
She's
And
28?
I
No
believe she's not
way.
30. Kyle is like 52.
No way. She's
Yeah.
28. Yeah, she was born in 94. I'm 30. I didn't know Morgan Wade was younger than me.
Yes.
How's
So
she gonna
that's to me, that's more of the issue.
How's she
If
gonna make someone's mama fall in love with her? Uh-uh.
So that to me, because I bet when Kyle's hung out with Morgan's mom and stuff, Kyle's probably the mom's age,
That's
you know?
crazy. Then why is Kyle best friends and getting matching heart tattoos with a 28-year-old? Now it's even more fucking weird.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's the age that's weird to me, not necessarily that Kyle may have turned lesbian. That's her prerogative, late in life lesbian. I mean, great,
Yeah.
good for her. But it's the age to me that is
She's a
a little
cougar.
alarming. She's a
She's
cougar.
a
Yeah.
cougar. Yeah. I did not know that. Well, Morgan's birthday's coming up in December. I wonder how they're going to celebrate.
Maybe it'll be on our Instagram like nonstop with the two of them. And I love when people do these deep dives on Instagram and they show this one pair of jeans that the two of them are obviously sharing.
Oh, yeah.
This one pair of jeans, and you're like, well, a lot of people have ripped jeans, but you look at them and they are the exact same jeans. I was like, oh, okay, this is really something.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Right. For sure.
Or they have matching jeans. I don't know. It's weird.
Or matching jeans. That's even weirder, maybe. Or I don't know what's weirder. That, so I'm 2 years older than Kyle. So this was to say if like I all of a sudden had a friend that was 30 years old and this was like my bestie and we were like getting matching tattoos and I'm 54. That's weird.
That's
That's weird.
weird.
That's weird. It's weird.
Okay. There's a theory that maybe they're half sisters, that her dad had a lot of affairs and Morgan Wade could be a half sister. The dad died a while back, though. I don't know.
This is not a bad theory.
You think this is a good theory?
I do. I think it's plausible.
Interesting.
But did Kyle Richards' dad ever travel to West Virginia and knock up a teenager? Because I think her mom was like a teen mom. So
Yeah.
that would make the story pretty bad.
That would be a plot twist. And maybe that's why she doesn't want to talk about. I don't know. She's not even close to Kim and Kathy. You really think Morgan Wade's going to fit in with Kim and Kathy?
No. Well, maybe that's why she was going on those trips with them and stuff and just standing in the background, which was so weird.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out.
Storm Doris makes a good point. Then why do the music video if they're sisters? Yeah, you're not going to be in a bathtub with your sister.
You're right. You're not going to almost like get the lips right up and almost kiss if your sisters. All right. All right. That's right. Debunked. Back to the lesbian theory. I don't know.
Lesbian theory. Yeah. Cougar lesbian. I can't. Well, Mary, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today and chatting, spilling all the tea.
Did you hear yourself do it? You said chatting.
Chat. Okay. I didn't even realize that. It's because I got the Morgan Wade country in me.
Yeah. Thanks for chatting.
I didn't even realize that.
Yes, I love it. It's
cute. Not that happened to me before either. That's so funny. Where can people go and listen to your podcast and support you and follow you?
My podcast is Pink Shade, and you can find it, wherever you get your podcast, as they say. And my Instagram is at Pink Shade Pod. Please follow me over there. I'm working very hard to get my Instagram up, doing some fun stuff over there. So follow me at Pink Shade Pod. I think it's Pink Shade Podcast on TikTok. If you're a TikTok kind of gal.
John says that I'm turning Southern, not Jerseyan.
Never heard a Southern person skip those T's.
Their S's? I would skip their T's? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's my Invisalign. I don't know.
Could be.
We'll see. All right. Well, thank you, Mary, for joining us. Guys, thanks for joining. If you're watching this right now on YouTube, be sure to hit the like button. Drop a comment below letting us your theories on Kyle and Morgan Wade. Are they sisters? Are they long-lost sisters? Are they scissor sisters? Let me know what your thoughts are. Give me a follow at Just Plain Zack, or you can follow the podcast at No Filter with Zack on Instagram. Be sure to follow Mary and subscribe to the Pink Shade Podcast. It's a good one. She's got tea. She's killing it. Go follow her on Instagram. Help get those follower count up. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. There's no Salt Lake City recap today because there's no recap of Salt Lake City. But on Thursday, I will be breaking down all the juicy details from Britney Spears' new book. I've been reading it. I'm going to tell you the first part of it's a little boring, but I'm hoping we get into all the tea where she just starts blasting everybody. I'm ready for it. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Subscribe on your way out. Got a juicy No Filter Plus episode that's dropping on Apple this Friday. Get ready for it. All right. Love you. Mean it. Bye.
Bye.